So kind of jumping around, but here with the star movement, that earned them another star. So I put that way up here in the corner. Now they have 2 there that they have earned from star movement. Okay? Move a mech. Well, the mech closest to their base is this one. And they want to move it next to a combat unit, factory breaking ties. So it will move there. Then they get 2 power. That pushes them to a star. So now I stick one of the stars up here where they had the power meter right there. There we go. So they earned 2 stars this turn. Huge. And the whole point of me attacking them when I did was to try and get this down so that they wouldn't get that star. But oh well. That's just going to speed up the game. But I do gain 1 myself. Alright. Huge turn for them. Very, very huge turn. Alright, I think it's time that I start producing more, so I don't have to pay anything at the moment, and I can produce on up to 3 lands. Well, I definitely want to produce here, where I can get another worker. So, I take this worker off. All future produces will cost me power, but not this turn. Then, I want to get at least 1 food right there in this region. I want to have 1 food because I plan on doing the bolster action later and I want to pay for the enlistment. And then, let's see, I already got 1 ore here. I only need the ore really for mechs, and I'm not worried about getting my mechs out right now. So let's go with the wood. Let's get those monuments out, and I'll put the wood right there. So, those 3. Then, I can pay 2 wood. Right now, well, I need to save my combat card. I only have 1. Hate not taking the bonus action, but there it is. So, that is my turn. Let's go back and see what evil the AI is up to. Alright. Oh, they don't take a turn. Excellent. I did need a break. Okay, so this game with this faction and this player board, and I'm not having any money issues. I'm going to move over here, pay my coin. I will take 3 strength, 1, 2, 3, and that gets me up here where I can place my star on the board. Let's scroll up so we can see that. Yay! And I also gain 1 level right here on the reputation track. So now I grab that. Now I will pay the 1 food I just got last turn. I will pay that to do in a list. I get 3 coins and a combat card. So there's the 3 coins. Here is the combat card. It's a 3, not bad. And I get to do an enlist. Now, I'm not having any problems with money, so you probably figured out what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the one that gives me reputation and immediately get a +2 reputation. So, go right back up here. Boom, boom, up. Let's see. White faction, they don't do that, so they're going to move a worker. Then they will get a combat card and a mech. And then I will get a money. And they move up 1 on the star track. So we're going to grab one of the workers that are here in their base. They want to get as close to the factory as they can, close to their units. So this is 1, 2 away, and this is 1, 2 away, but this is next to military units of mine, so it won't go there, it will just go here. Then they get their mech, and I would get a coin, but I have not unlocked that on my player board yet. So, now it is my turn. So I'm going to go here and pay my 2 coins, and I will do my last upgrade, which is that. Opens up an extra reputation, lowers the cost of a mech. And I gain a reputation. That moves me from 11 to 12. Excellent. Very close to moving up now to the 3rd tier. Now here, if you notice this icon, it has 2 little running meeples, 2 inside of 1 box. That means 1 unit moves 2 spaces. So, I'm going to move my hero 1, 2, and since I have the mech out for movement, I can move 3. I'll move them in here just for a little extra protection and get over here close to that encounter marker, and that frees this up for them for movement and kind of open things up a little differently. I've already gone and got my card, so I'm not too worried about it. Let's see here. They're not the blue faction. Okay, so now they're going to try to move on to the factory and have an encounter. They can do that. Cannot increase in power anymore, but they can get 1 more worker. Not a big deal. Put that in their home base, and I get a combat card. Let's move the star 1. There we go. And combat card, and it's just a 2, but that's okay. And let's move their hero for the factory. Now, since the AI always tries to move toward the factory, they already have units close to the factory. So their hero is the only unit that anybody can go to the factory or to an encounter icon to have an event happen. So they go there, and the way the AI works is you just mix these up, okay, and then you just grab one at random and you just stick it out of the game next to their board. That's kind of why I wanted to get there first, so that I'd have a choice out of 3 cards rather than 2, because you just remove it from the game. They don't get a star or anything for it like we do. Alright, so that's their turn. On to my turn. So I think I'm going to take the produce action. Now, I meant to actually correct this earlier. Then I went in combat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I spent all 7. The computer spent none. I've already removed my star from up on top of the board and stuck it back on my player board, but I forgot to adjust that. Now I have to pay 1 to produce. Now I can produce onto 3 tiles. So let's scroll up here. I will produce a wood right here. There is the little worker. I will produce some food right here. And I think I'm going to produce another worker. Them right there. Now, if I scroll down here, I can pay 2 wood. Well, I have 2 wood now, so I'm definitely going to do that. So I will pay the 2 wood. And this says, on a space with a worker, I may build a building and earn 2 coins and a prestige. Well, I want to build the mill. So let's go right back up here. I'm going to put it right here on the wood space. So I guess technically I built a sawmill, or you could think of it that way. I will get my 2 coins, and that will earn me a reputation. So that moves me up to 13. I'm now in the tier 3 for scoring. And if you look at the top of the board, see, I've removed my star for combat power, just to not cheat. Alright, so here is their card. That's not important. So, okay, this here says combat 8. If they have a power strength of at least 8, well, they do. They would go into combat with their hero or a mech. But this red X, since I'm playing on the easiest mode, they do not do that. I'm playing by the rulebook recommended guidelines for the first time to learn the game, to teach you the rules. And that's what I'm playing by. So we just skip their turn. Excellent. It's back to me. I think I will move here. Now I have to pay a coin. And I get to trade, or I'm going to use this right here and move up 2 on my reputation track. So if you remember, I was on 13. I'm at 15. And then I come down here, pay 2 ore to deploy a mech. I have no other bonuses. So let's scroll up here. And I have this 1 ore here. And then I have that number 2 combat card. I'm going to discard that as my resource to deploy a mech. Now I'm going to deploy this one here because my combat mech has scouting, and before I start combat I get to steal one of the opponent's combat cards at random. So if I'm getting ready to do some combat, I'd like to weaken them first, and I'm going to put that right here in the fields with that worker. Back to the AI. They will move a mech. They'll gain 4 power. Well, they don't have the ability to do that. They're maxed. And they'll gain a worker, which they can't do. I will gain a combat card. Excellent. And then they will move up on the star track. So, and that gets them another star. They are almost done with their stars. They've gotten 3 off the card, and they've gotten 1 from having max power. That leaves them with 2 left. They're getting very close to ending the game. So they have a mech in the base, so this is easy. We simply grab this, we move it as close as we can to any of my combat units in a space that does not have one of their units, so there we go. So I'm going to move. I don't have oil to pay. Now I could pay and not get the upgrade and just get the 1 coin and the 1 military strength by paying the 2 oil, but I don't have it. But I'm going to move 3 units. So let's look up here. I'm going to move this unit. Remember, my mechs can now move 2 spaces. Then I will move this worker 1. Let's move another worker there. So that is my 3 movement. Let's go see what the AI is going to do. Let's see what we've got this time. Combat strength of 5, they definitely have that. Attack with their hero or mech. Well, they can definitely do that. So we'll look at that in a moment. We don't have to worry about this. Then, skip that. They will gain a mech. Well, they don't have any mechs. But if I destroy their mech, they will. So we'll wait on that. And then we'll give them a coin. Actually, and then move the star up. So let's just leave this here. Go to the table and look at the combat. So we have to pick the unit that is closest to their base. 1, 2, it's one of these. And then in reading order, it would be this one. American English, top left, across, then you skip down. So this would be the unit. I pick it up. It's going to go toward my unit that is closest to the factory that is solo. Well, this one fits all of those. Now, since I was not the attacker, I will not win any resources. So let's move this over. Now we take the top card. We will flip it over. Alright, he has a 14 plus strength. He will use 7 strength and no cards. Huh. And I was actually supposed to steal one of his cards at random before the battle even started. Ooh, well, that's nice. That one flipped over. I'll just take that 5. Wow. Yeah, I'll take that. Alright, so I used 5. Bringing me to 3. He used 7, bringing him to 9. And I lose the card, but I won a combat. So I do get to, even though I was not the attacker, I get to put this star on the board for a victory. His mech goes out of the game onto his player board. Boom. Yay. And there is my victory star right there. Now, if we go back to the card we drew, we would do combat first. Then he would get a mech back. So he's going to get that mech right back onto his home base. Alright. I honestly can't believe that I was able to win that combat. I got that 5 card. I think I want to use it. I'm just really excited. I want to go ahead and spend 2 coins. Okay. I don't have any more upgrades I can do, but I can move up. Now I'm on 16. I'm close to getting my star for that. But I'm going to move this unit. Now I get up to 3 movements, but I only need 1. I want to move in here where this encounter is. So, if I can beat him, I'll get that encounter. And I kind of forgot that I only had 3 powers, so let's just see what happens. Because I want to use this 5 card, and I do get to steal one of his cards before combat even starts. Alright. Alright, give me some good high card. Another 5. That is excellent. Oh, so I'm glad to get that out of the way. So now I flip over this card and look at their combat strength. He's going to use 7 and no cards. This is excellent. This is excellent. I took a huge gamble and it paid off. 7 is the most he could use. Wow. Here, no, wait. 9. He's got 9 power right now. He's only going to use 1. That's right. I forgot I dropped his power down that low. Excellent. So that's even better. So it was much less risk than I thought. So now I look at this card. 4 resources. Let's go back to the board and see what I got. Okay. So this mech will go back to his player board. And I won 4 metal resources from him. Excellent. And since it's the end of my turn and there is an encounter, I get to have an encounter. Let's take a look at that. Alright, let's see what we get. Let's draw the card and... Alright, looks like we have a soldier and some farmers and... Alright, so I can tamper with draft documents to keep the family together. And if I do, I gain 2 coins and a popularity. Well, I like the popularity, but I don't really need any coins. Deliver conscription papers and payment. So I pay $3 to the family and enlist 1 recruit. Don't know that I need a recruit right now. Strong arm the family to take over their farm. Pay 2 popularity to gain 1 worker and 3 food. No, I definitely don't want to do that. I think I'm going to do the first one. Get that 1 popularity and the 2 money. And you'll see why in just a moment. So, I don't really need the money, but that's some points for the end of the game. So I will take the 2 money. And let's look at the popularity track. Okay, if I move up here, hopefully it's not too jumpy, I move to 17. So with my next turn, I will be at 18 and I will get to place a star. Okay, it's back to the AI's turn. Let's see. Attack strength power of 7. Yes, they have 8. Oh, so they're going to attack with a hero or mech. Then they will gain 3 power. They don't gain this now. So, won't worry about that. I will get, and I'm going to get it for free. Boom. I'm up to 18. So I will immediately place a star when this triggers. Let's go ahead and move that. They will place a star. But technically, in order, I would place mine first. So if this were my 6th star, this would not happen. But I went ahead and did it. Let's go take care of the combat, and then we'll give them 3 strength back. So, we take the mech that is in their base, and we're going to attack this guy again. It is the closest to the factory that is solo. That is not have but 1 of my units in it. Now, before combat starts, I get to steal 1 of their combat cards. It's a 3. I'll take that. And since I have a strength of 0, I'm just going to go ahead and use that 5 I stole from them earlier and hope for the best. They only have a strength of 8, so I'm hoping they'll do another low one like a 1 or a 2 and I can win. Wish me luck. Now, once again, since the AI is the attacker, don't need to worry about that. For resources, I would win. Now we draw this, and their current power is 8. Oh yeah, they're going to beat me. They're going to spend 7 and 1 card. They only have 1 card left, so they lose it 4. So let's go ahead and spend that 7 and knock him down to 1. But still, they win the combat handily. just too many combats all in a row there. So he goes down to 1. I lose this card. Now, since the sum of these is greater than 1, I discard this, and I do get to draw 1. And I got another 5. All the 5s were stuck together, I guess. They're all in there. My mech goes back to my home base. He gets to stay here. And since he won a victory in combat, he gets his last star on the board for combat. Now, I got my heart all the way up, so I need to put a star on the board for that. So if we come right up here, there's my star for having 18 reputation. There is his star for his combat. There is his star for his 16 power. And then 4 stars there, because if we look at his card here, 1, 2, 3, 4, that is all 6 of his stars. That immediately ends the game. Let's count up the scores. With my next turn, I was going to have a big muster phase, but yep, never quite got to have it. So let's take a look at the board. Okay, so right over here, I did make it to the max level. So let's look at the goods on the board. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that is it. So for every 2, I will get 3 coins. So 6 coins. Then for each territory I control, I will get 4 coins, and my camera is starting to get real laggy. Let's see what's going on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 times 4 is 24. So let's do 25. Let's do 25, and I'll put 1 back. And now, right up here, for all of the stars I got out, I will get 5 points. So 5 times 4 is 20, and I will grab another 20. Then we look at the bonus right here. For all of my monuments that are in a row, I have 2 of them, I get 4 coins. I was trying so hard to get 1 more monument out right here. Couldn't quite do it, but that's 4 more coins. So I will pay 1 to just take a 5. And that is my score. So I have 20, 40, 50, 60, 66, 67, 68. So not that great. I believe the rule book says a score of about 75 is what you want, and I have 68. Alright, let's see what the computer did. So this is where the AI scoring is here at the end of the game. They don't get points for resources. They don't produce, so we only look at these 2. So for all the stars on the board, they get 4. So here's 25, and I'll take 1. Now let's do the territories. So I was really wanting to move back into the factory. The game ran away with me because this counts as 3 territories here at the end since he has control of it. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 times 3 is 33. So 20, 33. So let's grab that 25 that they had from their stars. So there's 40, 50, 5. They have another board on their another 5 on the board. So 20, 40, 50, 60, 3, 66, 68, and 71. 71. I lost 68 to 71.
Okay, so as long as I didn't mess up too bad, I lost 68 to 71 to the computer AI, and I'm fine. I'm just so impressed with this game. The production quality is great. They made just such a great deal of effort on all of the little details on the player mats, the way the icons work, but especially the rule book. Step by step, it goes through, gives examples, explains why they did the things they did, how the game works, and you can use the solo player AI to teach yourself the game. It's just really well done. I'm really impressed with it. Great game. Um, I do plan on doing more playthroughs, trying out some of the different factions and combination boards. I'll try to do different ones each time. Probably do overhead camera so that I can just zip through it quicker and easier for me. And but yeah, hope you enjoyed it. I really enjoy it. Hope you come back and join me for more playthroughs. And thanks again for watching.